Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. I hope everybody had an outstanding weekend. What did you get up to this weekend? Barbecue? Did anybody do the Murph? Let me know in the comments if you got out and did the Murph this weekend. I had a pretty chill weekend. Went and seen the new Mission Impossible movie, which that movie was nuts, and I don't think they'll ever be able to make a better one than that if they intend to make another Mission Impossible movie. So a lot of people went out and celebrated Memorial Day this weekend, and Los Angeles celebrated in the most Los Angeles way they could. And yeah, what a oof. But yeah, and also Caitlin Bennett went out to the street to ask people why we celebrate Memorial Day and some pretty basic questions on history. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Police in riot gear cracked down on a mob gone out of control near downtown Los Angeles late last night. A large group vandalized police cars, metro trains, and businesses. Welcome to the Fox 11 Weekend News. I'm Laura Diaz. Susan has the night off. The chaos left a trail of destruction. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez live in downtown LA with what happened. Christina?
Yeah, you can see some of the destruction behind us, some of the windows as they tried to break in. You'll notice that people who work in this area did not want their faces on camera when we talked to them. They say this crowd was pretty scary. Take a look. Crowds of people leaving the rooftop of an empty warehouse on Trinity Street in downtown LA. LAPD responding to what they describe as an unpermitted music event that quickly escalated. Fireworks lit on the street as the crowd moved on to Washington Boulevard, with LAPD tactical units right behind them. Video here of metro trains covered in graffiti. Police saying the line was temporarily stopped in Washington, where partiers marked up the trains as they banged on windows at stuck passengers. The crowd leaving their graffiti mark not only on the trains, but the businesses all along Washington at Trinity.
It definitely is a lot.
Dumbfounded customers reacting at the few businesses that opened today at a mini mall off Washington, where almost every inch of walls and windows covered with graffiti. Hundreds and hundreds of people. Y todo este graffiti, all this stuff. It could have been worse, he says, pointing to the only broken windows, those of the Wava Grill that remain closed. They went overboard, says the man at a mobile key business. His concern echoes others I spoke with off camera who say they'd seen illegal party crews come out of the surrounding warehouses, scribble some graffiti, but nothing quite like this.
Kids will be kids, but yeah, it's definitely a bit much. A little too much sugar or something.
Or something, indeed. Now, no arrest, but LAPD saying they did have one officer injured, transported to a hospital. The extent of the injury is not known, although we are told they are not life-threatening. Live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Christina Gonzalez, back to you in the studio, Laura.
Christina, this was incredibly disrespectful to people and property. Any idea what led up to it?
They're saying it was some kind of music event that was not, they did not get a permit. And, you know, we have a lot of the empty warehouses here get taken over for raves, but usually they have some kind of permit. This, according to LAPD, was not. They just kind of took over the place.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff. Too much sugar was what that one guy said. Too much sugar. I don't know if that was the issue here, or if it's just weak on crime policies, right? And you see from the story, nobody was arrested. I don't know if they said it in this story, but a police officer did have to go to the hospital where he didn't have life-threatening injuries. So, and no one was arrested. That's why this stuff continues to happen in Los Angeles, because they're weak on crime policies. I mean, but that's what they voted for, so I guess that's what they get. Yeah, so while you put your flag at half-staff, enjoyed time with your family, enjoyed the freedom that was, gifted to us by the the young men and women who never made it home, or the ones who have passed after the fact. These people were destroying their city. I mean, wow. Yeah, pretty wild stuff. And our next story brings us to a young woman by the name of Caitlin Bennett, right? And if you don't know who that is, she runs an outstanding YouTube channel where she just goes out on the streets mainly and asks young scholars or college students basic questions. And I wouldn't really call them scholars. People refer to these kids as scholars, but in my opinion, you don't really get the name scholar for going to school for liberal arts, underwater basket weaving, and lesbian dance theory. But to each their own. To each their own. But yeah, she went out and asked basic questions like, why do we celebrate Memorial Day? And some history. And you're gonna love their answers.
Why do we celebrate Memorial Day?
Isn't it for the soldiers in the army?
Go on.
They fight for our country.
And what about them?
They came
So
back.
we celebrate them.
They came back
That's Veterans Day.
on Memorial Day, just a day to honor them.
Yeah.
Because.
They fight for us.
And they.
Keep us safe.
And they.
Protect us.
They died.
Die, right?
The ones that died. Yeah, specifically, we're memorializing the ones who died this weekend. Why do we celebrate Memorial Day?
Why do we? It's not Independence Day.
No.
I'm horrible at history, so this guy.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
It's more of celebrating and commemorating
The troops. Yeah.
and everyone, anyone that's fought for this country's freedoms and stuff.
Who did we fight in World War II?
Vietnam. Vietnam. And the war.
Final answer?
Okay.
Yes.
Wrong.
Wow. It was
You
the
guys don't
Confederates,
remember?
bro. It was the South.
In World War II?
Mexico.
It wasn't Britain. We're friends with Britain. We're alliance with them. Yeah,
They gotta be, bro. It has.
There's a big event, super bad, that happened during World War II.
England. It was England.
The Boston Tea Party.
Oh yeah. Boston.
2012?
What? All right, we're stupid. What is it then?
But I know without the.
Hey, go next question.
It was Germany.
Germany.
You guys remember?
Nazis, bro. I forgot.
Biden is No, Florida. Oh my God.
Who's the commander-in-chief of
I actually
Florida?
thought about doing Family Feud, and I know who's not gonna come on there with me. So
Oh,
thank
absolutely.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You
You're
helped me
welcome.
eliminate.
No, Family Feud is much easier than her question.
No, it's not.
I cheated my way through history. You can't ask me these questions.
Oh my God. Can't you tell?
You guys are so
Idle
funny.
Hills High School, this is what you can.
One more question just for you, though. What does YES spell?
You got pistol pictures like right there.
Oh my
Cause I like to see it. I like to see it in action.
Picture it right in your head.
I just said the government branches. I just said the military branches, bro.
The hierarchy, bro.
There's got to be more. There's got to be
Did
more.
someone say the Army? Just say 6.
Yeah, we said the Army.
I think we should just say 6.
Nah, don't say
We know
6.
we're missing
I'm not
something.
feeling like
5?
We're missing. See, is not. It may be 6.
Hey, were you in the Army? He was in the Army.
That's why he's so ripped, bro.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
him.
man.
Get a quick shot of his muscles.
Oh, look at it.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
All right.
She said 5 or 6.
6. How many branches of the military are there? And you have to name all of them.
Navy, Marines, Army, Job Corps, Air Force.
We stay in Michigan.
Not Job
Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the Army. Oh, you have to do them in order?
No, Navy. It's 5. Navy, Marines, Army. It's 4.
No one can get these last two.
It's probably something easy then, no.
I'll give you one of them. Coast Guard.
Oh, Coast Guard.
Guard.
Patrol.
Are you giving up?
Security guards.
Okay. Security guards. Yeah, Jake is the 6th branch of the U.S. military.
Now, is it kind of sad that these people don't know some basic questions like the 6 branches of the military? Who fought in World War II? Why the Civil War was fought? and why we celebrate Memorial Day. I think it's sad, but these people are willingly ignorant. And it is what it is. I mean, if you know the answers to these questions, outstanding on you. I think everybody should know them, but these, like I said, these people are willingly ignorant. And the only sad thing about that is they can't really have the pride and the patriotism that you and I feel, knowing why we celebrate Memorial Day, right? But it's not going to affect my life. The only thing it's going to affect is probably their vote, because these people vote blue no matter who. But it is what it is. We've seen how that worked in the last election, and I feel like 2028 is going to go about the same way. So it's a slippery slope. But that's what I have for you on this Tuesday. So I hope everybody had a fun and safe long weekend. I hope you got out there, got your PT in. And remember, change your socks and drink some water. I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.